ist aber ganz schön dick.
Schauen wir einfach an. 10minuti.はい、どうぞ。
Eigentlich immer das gleiche Punkt.
Okay, noch immer dasselbe.
お願いします。Darf ich Ihnen aufhelfen?はい。お願いします。 お願いします。Okay.
War nicht mittig? War nicht mittig?
Ist okay, ja, manchmal passiert das, dass der so einen Drift bekommt. Okay. Alright. So. Well, I want to teach in front of the camera. Maybe it's better you come over here. Oh, we have to put the camera to the center. Huh? Still not yet the best position. Okay, so on the weekend we had this fantastic seminar from the Kimusubi Dojos get together for the people in the video. They don't know, or maybe they know because they're related to our several groups somewhere. Now, almost the entire weekend we did everything from grasping technique. Lots of katate dori, morote dori, ryote dori, okiro ryote dori, and very, very little shomenuchi. Do you remember? Actually, Mark, in the end of the warming up session on Saturday, said, "Can we do some shomenuchi?" I think Yokomen was there. Yokomen training, yeah, there was Yokomen training too. But in total, it was like almost everything grasping and very little shomenuchi or Yokomen. Now, okay, I want to talk about ukemi and the way how to behave as uke. So, お願いします. There are several things to say for your shomenuchi. What addresses, first of all, the function of the attack as well the follow through and the connection later. For instance, I often said the first, let's say, strike of shomenuchi should be functional. What means in the moment where the impulse is delivered to the tori, you need to be grounded. You cannot give a big impulse by moving the body. So if you're doing something like this while hitting, so moving on the spot, it's very difficult to really do some effect. Now, I see almost everyone does that because when we choose to, let's say, blend in or join with a movement of the partner, you soon recognize as uke, oh, it's going to continue to the way I attack to in that same direction. So you prepare yourself to already step. And that is in a moment what would be too early, because then the attack itself cannot be substantial. So I show what I mean. If I attack Shomenuchi and you take on and lead my attack towards a Kuzushi, and I'm already moving my back leg, of course, it's easy to follow quite in line. So in let's say, upright position, quite balanced. But the actual attack, the energy in the attack was very little. It was more like a gesture and not a real attack. We often practice this kind of stuff when we are doing this kind of movement, like I want to make him move by my impulse, right? If I would step like this, it's very difficult to make a movement or a strong energy coming to him. I have to have a solid base to make this possible. Of course, it's not my arm pushing him. It's not this. It's the center coming behind this supported system. Okay? Now, in the moment of Shomenuchi, when the attack strikes to the forehead, this should be the case. So if I would try to make you move by this, even if I try to do, it's very difficult because there's no connection, no groundedness. I have to put this leg down. So in the moment of strike, when you actually give the impact, I come to you. The other side, please. It should be solid, the stance. It shouldn't be like this, okay? This is what you have to be aware of. So if you take on the leading and you continue bringing me there, I keep this stance first. Now, at some point, when he brings me over the point of support, of course I need to step. But I shouldn't do that before. And did you see how my upper body was already leaning and the weight balance on my front foot was so much that I couldn't hold my stance, so I had to move. I should not do that before. Other way around. Okay? Because you would feel there's actually nothing. And I move because it looks more like an appointment, something what we had set up. This shouldn't be happen. It should be happening that you take my balance. And that's why I try and need to step to regain it. Now, that's one part. When to step and how to, let's say, create the impulse of attack. The second thing is, after the connection of Tori has been established towards Uke, Uke should not give any direction of a wrong target. What I mean is, if you try to turn, pull the arm up or backwards, this would be something not useful. Because actually, you may secure your own stance, or you may make it difficult for Tori to further lead or guide the movement, but your attack isn't functional anymore as well. So if I, for instance, I follow through your movement, you take my balance, but now I do something like this. I secure my stance, and the actually energy, what I have still here in the connection, as you could see, that was coming towards me. So this is because I keep safe, and then I create something against your guidance, what causes actually the opposite of an attack, something more towards me. There's two problems. First of all, I don't attack anymore. Second of all, usually this only can happen if I come into a reach or a range where you can reach at least my forward leg or even my face. sometimes even center. And that's, of course, not, let's say, proper to do, because then I actually force you to change your idea and use atemi to the opening, or ashibadai movement, or ribcage atemi, because I open up and do a mistake in my behavior. So now there's the predicament. On one hand, we said you have to have a solid base in the moment of attack. But following through, you should not try to resist by stance. You should always be able to move further, with the idea that the actual, I would say so, it's an image. It's not like a technical advice. It's just my explanation. As if I would try to continue to reach the target point with my hand. So for instance, we go very slowly. I attack. In the moment of attack, you take your connection. Just lead me further. So here I am solid, but you lead. But I lose my connection. But now I'm always, from the ground up, from my legs work, I always want to still come to the attack point. So if you would suddenly let go, I would come further from my legs to his forehead. It's not only hand, it's the whole body following through. So now, why to do that? First of all, this kind of behavior from uke feels first proper in the attack. The attack feels like dangerous. Second, when there is a connection established and we continue learning to move and learning to lead, the uke is, let's say, balanced towards a moment of kuzushi, it feels like fluid and almost to say nice or right, and not with some mistakes or failures enclosed. So I come again. So now you take the thing and take me around maybe a little bit. So I lose my balance. I try still to manage to come towards you. Of course, I'm aware about, stop there, aware about your hand. If you would come to my face, I need to be ready to protect myself. But if you let go your hands, I am ready to follow through by my whole body towards his center line, respectively the target point in the forehand. Can you understand what I try to establish? So this kind of ukemi is super exhausting, of course. But it's the thing what we should practice, because we basically artificially create an extended window of practice by uke's abilities. So it's not very short, but we can continue moving together. One more time. Hit, but follow through and be able to move. Lead me further, be able to move. Lead me further, be able to move. But when he would let go, I'm immediately from the whole body towards his face. Okay? Would you try that a little bit? Thank you. Change partner. Okay, let's put a sequence. We extract one of the sequences of ukemi here, and then we put it later in back. Sylvia, onegaishimasu. And we start like in this situation. So please put yourself in a wide stand, low, hand downwards. Connection is here. So we could do this from katatedori or yakuhami or whatever. Now, I want you to reach out to my face. Okay, if I let go. You see, other side. So you go low, exactly like in the warming up preparation. And when I let go this point, you should come up to my face. Could be the chin or could be the forehead, doesn't matter. And again, okay. As you see, what I actually ask you to do is take yourself a lower position. I don't push her down. She takes that. And now you need to be ready, and immediately if I let go, come in. So the potential of this movement should be perfectly prepared. It should be not delayed, like you take yourself down and I let go, but it takes time. So we can start here. So take down and then let go. Okay. Now, this is the second part. If I feel you coming towards me, I keep the distance and take you gently down into the position. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Do you understand what we're creating? Maybe we have to do a whole line because we want to show this is a connected movement and not stopping after the first time. So, one, and still, and still, and still, yes. I let go to check if your target is still my face. It was not so bad, it was a little bit low. So, but it's there, and you got the microphone. Perfect. And one more time. Other side, maybe it's better. So, you wanted to go a little bit early. Okay. This is Uke's work. Okay? So you can line up and make this line work now. Let's go. Hi, Henrik. So. Go down yourself. Go down yourself. This is low. Ready? Don't jump. Just move. The back foot is the first one what moves. Yes, much more easy. Tension. Okay, turn around. Other side. The first movement went up. So there you see, you're ready, but the direction of wherever you go, you don't need so much power. You can just, here, you can go low by yourself and charge your leg work. And as soon as I give you the space, that was a little bit late. I tried to get you. Push yourself up, take the backside 2-step. Okay. Now the thighs are already burning. Okay, try that. Stop. Okay. I see you have a strange walking technique. Actually, could you please lift your hakama? It would be wrong jumping, and it would be also wrong using the front foot to move first. Because it's impossible if your weight balance is correct. If I go down and reach out to my partner, of course, this leg cannot move if she lets up. I need to follow with the backside. If I would move my front foot, it would mean I need to go first with the weight distribution to the backside. What means I don't go forward. So that would be a delay. In other words, you're not attacking. You're holding your position and trying to be secure, to not be losing your balance or whatever. So that's a mistake. The right movement is from there. The back foot comes first, because here is full weight on in this movement. Otherwise, It's not possible to follow with a good energy. Okay, try again. Yes, boss. Don't hit the ground with your feet. Just step. Okay, now your upper body should not be like this. You can even be upright. Bring the weight distribution to the front, even more. Come into good connection, not hard shoulder, and step immediately. Okay, and step immediately. Okay, that's better. So it's kind of soft way to move your body. It's not rigid. Go lower, yeah, even lower. Don't resist. And step. Okay, and take the target. Weight distribution to the front. Lower yourself. Don't stiffen up your arm. Keep your arm soft. And yes, okay. And yes, okay. Oh, this was jumping. Yeah. Lower yourself. I know it's hard, but your shoulders are free still. And step. Yes, okay. That's the way. So you put yourself low. Low. How's your backside? Don't keep it stretched. Bend your knee. Yes, like in this movement. So you just face towards the front. You can you go low in this position? Yeah? Okay. Stay low. Okay. Now, stay low. Don't change. You try to avoid this position. Now bring the weight to the front, but stay low. Okay. Now move and go low again. Move and go low. You try to, block here the movement by power. It's not necessary. Just your legs are moving. Now come to the front foot. Now move. Okay, that's the problem. So you have limited capacity to go forward in this moment. Yes, that's better. Maybe this side is better. A little bit higher. This is okay. And can you feel how you lean backwards in the moment of step? So you go down, and then you move like this before you go down. But you should keep your connection to the front. You actually move counterways. If I let go, okay, one more time. If I let go now, you're just up. You're not coming forward. Yes, this needs to be connected. So it's not about to secure your situation, it's to keep on going, movement to the front. So I can come still here, forward. Still there, forward. Not like this. Just up. Okay. Ja.
Das ist ja mein Gewicht.
Genau. So.
So, ganz genau. So.
Ja, ist nur nicht so tief. Ne? Das ist besser. Okay. Warte, nach vorne. Okay. Und ja, in dem Zwischenschritt. Du machst Folgendes. In dem Zwischenschritt machst du so. Anstatt da zu bleiben. Das meine ich. Okay, probiert nochmal. Too much?
Wir haben nur geschwärmt, was man da von Kondition kriegt.
Ja, das ist anstrengend für den Oberschenkel. Ne? Right. It doesn't need to be fast. You can do it gentle to yourself, but it needs to be, how to say, continuous. So feel, I come to you, I go down by myself. Now, if you move and open up, I come and I take down. I don't rush and try to hit. Just, okay, go. I just come. And I continue without hesitation. So it can be soft and slowly, doesn't need to be fast. But you bend your knees by yourself, okay? Don't be hard. Just like the knights. Yeah. So don't push. Look, if I go down, I'm not pushing. I'm just going here. So when you open up, I try to come to you without forcing anything. So use the leg, the backside to step in. Yes. Don't force anything. Okay. Whole body moves. Okay. Now feel, yes, okay. That's it. That's the pattern. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, the ukemi can be really tiring. So now, try to not give this up from the Shomen Uchi. I'm just trying to extend this movement, and I bring her to this position. Now, she still wants to do that. She still wants to do that. And all we do is feeling where's the limits of her stance. Okay? I don't have an idea to break your balance in terms of overpower your stance. I just want to check what's coming from your side and how to lead it to the edge of your support so that you step, because then I can easily take my hands down without, forcing you down, because it's just over the extent of the connection. Yes. So it's incredibly exhausting. But you don't need to force anything. By yourself. I haven't been doing ukemi since half a year proper. But on the weekend I had the try. So all I can do is the same thing, slowly and moderate, so that I don't overdo. I attack, she takes my balance, I accept. She lets me move, I come, I accept. She lets me move, I accept. She let me move, I accept. I don't want to push, pull, or do anything special. Very gentle. But you continuously, and maybe you can circle around on the tatami in all directions. I come again. Now my left leg gets training. Yes, ooh. Maybe turn around, okay. Maybe go again. This side, okay. Uh-huh. Where do we want? Here. This is out of range of video, I think. Okay. All right, try it. Give all from your uke, from your ukemi. So now I want you to try out first to create this situation to extend Uke's attack. Take the, let's say, connection a little bit low. Uke uses the preparation, and then you lead into one of the forms what comes to your mind, or to your body, better to say. Of course, it's a huge display. Usually we could shrink it down to a very small movement. But I want to check Uke, and I expect you don't give up your behavior. You don't try to secure stance. It's just a practice. It's not a question of, if could I make you move like that? It's you want to move yourself like that. Or vice versa, when I take ukemi, or when I give ukemi, I want to move myself like this. So, okay. Change partner, try again. Okay, one more thing. So I have to keep it more simple. It's crazy. Okay. This class is not about Tori, it's about uke. And how to behave or how to create or how to build ukemi, what is, let's say, more skillful, what has good skills like being functional in the attack, keeping the connection alive, serving as a willing partner to study connectedness, not disturb, but give. Everything what contributes not to these qualities, throw it out, throw it away. Of course now it's a discussion, how can I know if I'm willing and supporting if I don't know how that feels? But I think I am. I test you. What would you do if I resist? This is also support because it challenges you, and a challenge could be support. No. Now it's about how we use our body and how to move. Now, I try to do it again, more simple for Tori. We already said, maybe I can first show that with you, Peter. Put left foot forward, please. Give me this hand. Now lower yourself like in the, don't push to this direction. It's very difficult to then attack if you go the other way. So now, it wasn't really difficult to change your balance when I used the distance and the right moment. So, you felt that? Mm-hmm. Now, naturally, very naturally, if we are losing balance, natural pattern of reaction is to break down the movement and get back balance. This kind of reaction you should observe as uke, because it's a sign of unaware reflex. Secure yourself. One could say, I'm afraid to fall. Yeah, exactly. But we're training how to overcome this anxiety. So now I feel again. I do it even slower. You come up, and there is a moment where I can take you down, because in this moment of step only on one leg, it's easy. So there's no question for Tori to be successful in this case. It's super simple. We just have to observe the partner's movement, keep the distance as described, not to push in, and then in the right moment, when the step comes, then take this hand down. So this is all to do. All right? As uke, don't go against it. Don't try to hold yourself back, because that would stay for I stop. I don't want to attack. If you can't manage to do that in a quick motion, okay, that's not a problem. So do slow. So for instance, I let you feel. I come here. Now you let me move. And I give you, you take me down, and I accept. Instead of, slowly please, you let me move, take me down. No, I hold. Because in this moment, you leave your role as an attacker. You just put yourself into a role of defending whatever happens towards you. Of course, maybe it's necessary sometimes. Sometimes you feel it's necessary. But it's possible to overcome in this kind of conditions with a practice partner who is nice. Now, as Tori, let uke do this job. I don't want to disturb. So, if my uke is willing and ready to give this kind of ukemi, and I'm trying to, so then I'm not aligned with this movement. Just lead this kind of movement further. And maybe you see, there is an option of changing the direction, so the kuzushi turns out to be bigger, and maybe you go down, forward or backwards. But that's not your target now. Maybe it happens. Okay, if it happens, nice. But listen to your partner. Uke gives it all. And if something is hold back from uke, stop and wait until it's coming again. For instance, could happen that you somehow, okay, I wait. Now she's coming again. All right, I take. And I take. Okay. And I take. Okay. Do we do that? Let's keep it simple. But don't go away from this kind of ukemi. Again. Magda, what for do you need this hand there? It's an attack or it's a protection?
Protection.
Okay, because it could be an attack, but we are now practicing only the one-hand attack and not the second one in charge. Okay? Yeah, keep it relaxed, that's all. Ja, ein funktionierenden Schritt, weil da, wo dein Fuß jetzt war, in dieser Position, ne, kreieren wir mal die Situation. Du warst zu weit weg. Nee, warte, du warst erstmal zu weit weg. So, und dann sagst du, mach einen Schritt. Jetzt hast du einen riesen Schritt gemacht. Bumm, mit vollem Gewicht drauf. Und da war, wenn du mich hier in dieser Position hast, wo ich so weit weg bin und ich merke, ich fühle mich weiter. Ich muss einen Schritt machen, um meinen Schwerpunkt wieder darunter zu setzen. Dann machst du den natürlich nur so funktional an die Grenze, wo ich noch nicht in die Reichweite komme, dass du mich, oder mache ich den so, dass du mich da irgendwie im Gesicht oder am Fuß erreichst. Okay? Und mit ganz leichten Füßen, nicht mit Karawum und dann betoniert, festgemacht. Ja, Hose. Hi. Okay. I just was thinking about maybe every Monday, first class, we do this kind of basic practice for uke. And then we come back to high fall and koshinage and tobi ukemi. And we are too sensitive already to do too nice. Okay, we finished. It's already over 1 hour. You did well. We finished the first class on the YouTube show. I'm curious if there would be any comments on this video, like, oh, this is so exhausting, or why are you doing this? This is not martial arts, or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes people do comments with a not so nice feeling, but so far I couldn't read so many on these YouTube shows. Maybe now, who knows? You can comment yourself if you watch what you've been doing. Arigatou gozaimashita. So.